What's good, world? MIAB back with another reaction video. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you ain't new here, make sure you tell a friend to subscribe. Let's get straight into it. I want to do a reaction for the UFC 313. I didn't get to do my reaction yet, and I didn't want to do an instant reaction, so I figured I'd throw it into my weekly videos I was going to be uploading this week, so obviously here we are. It was a great weekend, too, for fights. Hold on, let me get the pound for pound list off the fucking screen. It was a good night for fights. Again, I'm only doing the main card. Started off hot with Mauricio Ruffy and King Green. I think it was such a good fight at first. And I actually had money on King Green, and then everything went out the window once I seen the fight start and I seen him with his hands down. I knew that the fight was going to go, it wasn't going to look good. It's just when you fight with that style, you always get the head kick. You always especially when you go against people like Ruffy, who use their legs in such unique ways and do special like unique kicks and stuff like that. He took advantage of that, and you could tell as Mauricio was moving in that he was seeing that opening. And when Mauricio seen that, he spun, and it was a nasty kick. I forgot what the hell what is it, spinning wheelhouse kick or something like that. Again, I suck at remembering the names of every damn move. I play UFC, I know every damn thing. I've been watching this for years and still I can't remember some moves. But it was a one that was rarely done or used to get an actual finish in a fight. Mauricio pulled it off, and he got the performance of the night bonus. Hopefully Bobby Green can come back. Again, I feel like every time he steps in, he has a chance to win. But if he keeps having losses like this, I don't want to see him get in the cage, because then it's just leaving up the opportunity to see him go for a really bad finish, and I'm not. After the Jalen Turner one and now this one, those are two really, really bad finishes, and I don't want to keep remembering King Green going out like that. But shout out to Bobby, and shout out to Mauricio Ruffy for that crazy kick. That was just an insane kick. Probably going to go down as knockout of the year contentions when the end of the year comes. I'm skipping over that one. Going to Jalen Turner and Ignacio Bahamondes. This was a great fight. The problem is that Jalen Turner was getting happy on his feet. He started throwing them in, and then once Ignacio started hitting them back with them shots, Jalen tried to take it to the ground. Things get a little spooky when you get on the ground with somebody with long ass legs, and I feel like he should have knew that, because obviously he has long ass legs too. But Ignacio was able to get down there and actually get the triangle and pull it off in such a unique fashion after getting taken down and all that stuff. It was a super great finish, and if I'm not mistaken, it was in the first round. Let me see. Oh shoot. First round, right? We didn't even go to the second round. Yep. Oh, it doesn't tell you what kind of choke it was, but I'm pretty sure it was a triangle. Yep, and he got a performance of the night too. I'm telling you, those two fights right there. There was that fight in between. It was a great fight. It was just kind of boring, so that's why I'm not gonna break it down. Again, I'm super picky over here. I'm not doing that. If it would have been a super entertaining fight, then I would have talked about it, but it was super boring, even though you couldn't really expect much when you're putting those type of matchups together. Those are maybe something you should open the card up with and then get to Bobby Green, so maybe it just gives them that chance to, be in the front of the card, and then we can get straight into the main stuff while we're here. Not throwing it in between, stuff like that, because that's when I took my bathroom break and my break and stuff like that. But not to be disrespectful to them, because they still are getting in the cage. So respect to those women that fought that night, but I'm just not going to break it down. Like I said, Ignacio got the submission. It was a great submission. Honestly, it surprised me the way he pulled it off after getting taken down. That was great. That was dope. And I don't know what it is, but that's gonna go down as something. The people are gonna talk about that when they talk about his career, because the way he did that was insane. It showed his versatility in the cage, because the way he was just gonna go start crazy on the punch and striking, and then he just changed his mind, and once he got taken down, he was able to switch and get the finish on the submission, and that showed a lot about him. This fight was great, and honestly, I wanted to say it was a close fight until I was reading the stats of the rounds. Because now if you actually read the stats, you see that Justin Gaethje won round 2 and round 3. But to me, it's insane, because when this fight started, I'm like, okay, he gets the first two takedowns in the first round. Is he going to keep on doing this? Is he going to do this? Second round comes, he doesn't go for 0 takedowns. Gets outstruck in the second round, if I'm not mistaken. Right? And then we go into the third round, and he takes 0 takedowns, and possibly could have won that round if he would have just went for more takedowns. But Justin Gaethje was able to pull it off. He was smart. He looked very clean out there. He looked smooth. He was eating a couple shots. You can see he was taking them in, like, all right, I'm eating them, and let me see if I could keep doing this. And then he was getting out there. He did land. I don't know if y'all could see it, but a nasty uppercut was pulling him in like dirty boxing, and just boom. It was nasty. It was good to see Justin back out there. Justin did tweet talking about he wants to versus Islam next, but I will talk about that later. Wasn't no performance of the night. They did go all 3 rounds, but it was a great fight to watch. Especially those 2 takedowns in the beginning were kind of crazy. The fight swayed over once the second round switched, and it was Justin Gaethje's fight all the way to the end. Again, piecing Rafael up just like the first fight, honestly. This fight was good. This fight was extremely good. The fact that Magomed said that he was going to literally outstrike Alex Pereira and then went out there and did that, I don't know if people are surprised about that, but when he went out there and he said, like, I'm going to eat him up or whatever he said, pause. But when he said whatever he said in that wording, that's when I knew that he was going to go out there and probably shock the world, because, you don't talk like that unless you really know. And you don't fight while everybody's out here getting knocked out, you don't go calling somebody out a million times if you don't think you could really stand in there with that person or have some type of advantage over that person when you get in there. Again, Alex did look flat, but I feel like people always say that when you go against a fighter that makes you look flat. Anybody's going to look flat against somebody who's literally just making you fight for every chance. You're throwing kicks and punches, and they're switching stances, and then your kicks aren't working as much now. Your punches aren't working because Magomed was able to just sway his head in between Chama's arms, Alex, and it was cutting Alex off from throwing heavy-ass hooks, and it was able to get Magomed in there for whatever he wanted to just take. It was getting him in there for a lot of strikes. And again, Alex was taking advantage of the jab, but the jab wasn't going to win the fight. He didn't have no grappling. He didn't have none of that. And when it came time to actually get to that 4th, 5th round, Magomed did what it took as a champion to win. And that's what it takes when you're a champion. Is when those 4th and 5th rounds come, is what are you going to do to win. And that's why I feel like Magomed won the night. Great weekend. Great showing. Great main card. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, I'm going to edit this one up, get it posted tonight, and check it out. Sheesh. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all think Alex won. Why? Let me know if y'all think Magomed won. Why? Again, appreciate y'all.